Welcome back to my channel. I am really trying to make this mic work, but it's not working and I don't know why. So we would have to bear with the fan noise because it's really hot. I'm not gonna turn this off and there's no AC in my room. So what are we gonna do? First of all, calm down. I took a little break because girly is going through a lot. She's reaping what she never sowed, and I am understanding what's going on in my life. So I took some time off, but I'm back now, and I got all the gadgets in the meantime. Like I got this mic. Doesn't work, and I've been trying this out for 30 minutes, and now I'm completely exhausted. But we're gonna still film. Because I need to do something. I need to do something productive, and I need things to do. I desperately need things to do. So I will be making a lot of content. I have a bunch of ideas. Do follow me on Instagram because I'm going to be more active there, but I will also be uploading on YouTube every now and then. What is this video about? This is about my expensive possessions that keep me up at night because I think someone's gonna come in this house and rob us because I have these things. I'm constantly in fear that something is gonna take these things away, and then I'm gonna be like, what? Where did they go? They are things from my childhood that I took with me when I changed places, when I moved from my old house to this place. And I'm gonna show you all of these things because why not? They are not everything that I got with me. There are like so many boxes on my left that I took with me as well, because I am nothing but a person who holds on to her memories. My memory is my biggest asset, and I live in constant fear that, someone is going to take away my memory. I talked about this with my mom today. I was like, what if I lose my memory? And she's like, would you like that? And I'm like, well, given how life is going, I won't mind it, but I'm still scared I will lose all the things that I know and I've lived through and the experiences that I have. If you want to experience things, you would have experienced thing, Candle. Anyways, okay, as you can see, I have consumed too much of media lately and I cannot talk in proper sentences anymore, which scares me because I want to be a writer one day, and if I cannot form sentences, then what am I going to do? I thought about this today. We're gonna come to the things, don't worry about it, but let me just yap for a little bit. I thought about it. I'm like, do I make the content which showcases my personality to the internet? Do I do that or not? And the thing is, the jobs that I'm applying to, they are mostly in social media, so they look at these videos as my portfolio and they probably go through these things, and some of those jobs are like serious jobs. So do I want to put out content that's like a little silly, a little me, but a little silly? And the answer is yes, because when I am one day rich and famous and I have a bunch of money, because social media people always have money, I'm gonna erase all of this. I'm gonna have my little AI team go to each person's house, remove the evidence, and then come back. That's what's going to happen. And I'm gonna be a mysterious celebrity then. But for now, I'm gonna be a silly, goofy girl on the internet who doesn't have a mic. For now, I don't. But guess what? I got another mic, which is going to be here in a few days. So really hoping the investment that I've made works. Moving on to the things. So these were the things that I took from my old house. We lived in that house for our entire life, and we were told to pack very little. And these are all the things that I decided to take with me. So these are essentially the things I will take with me if my house is burning. First thing is this cover. This is a lamp cover. It looks like this from underneath, and on the top there is this big hole. What happens is you take a lamp and you put it on top, and it creates this thing. I have not tried this out, but I got this for I think 100 rupees, 100 Pakistani rupees from Anarkali. Is a place, it's a market, and I was very proud of myself because I saw this place on Instagram, someone's story about this, that there's this thrift store, and I found it on my own. So this is proof to me, from me, that I can find places on my own, and I have a very good sense of direction and navigation when it comes to finding thrift stores or any niche places. So number one. Then second is these cards that I was gonna give someone whose birthday is in July, but I guess not anymore. So I'm gonna take like these magnets. These are the magnets. I'm gonna put them on my fridge. So yeah, 2 magnets. Very cute, very me. Love them. Then I found my journals buried underneath my textbooks, my 10th grade textbooks, and I found these too. So I used to write in these in third person about a character named Alishba. I am Alishba, and I would write about myself in third person, talking about the traumas that I went through. So this is called traveling. This says traveling. So traveling, I thought when I was a teenager that traveling is like, I'm on a journey and I'm learning so much in life. I will keep learning and I will document things that I would want to read. Have not read this yet, but I will definitely read this. So hence I took this as one of the things that I wanted to keep with me forever. And then this one I used to write about good things in my life in here. And as you can see the difference, like this one you can't really tell on camera, but this one is pretty used up. Like this one is pretty used up. This one on the other hand, pretty new. Both of these are kind of new because I like to take care of my journals. Like I don't clean because I like to keep my journals clean. Both of these look similar, but they're not. This is less used and this is more used. So this should tell you about my life as a teenager, that I was going through things and I don't even know what I was going through. Like I'm gonna read these and get a perspective. Every single time that I read an old journal, I am like appalled how I would take the smallest of things that would happen during my day and turn them into these big literary pieces. Like I have poems about how this girl in school won't let me sit by her during lunchtime. And was it that deep? No. Did I make it that deep? Yes. And then I would recite this poem in my class, in my English class, in front of the entire class, and the girl knew that this poem is about her. Yup, very dramatic. I was very dramatic as a kid. Nothing has changed, but I am slightly less dramatic. Then comes the possession that I am kind of questionable about, that why did I get these things. The first one is this essay in Urdu, in English. These are all like the essays that I wrote in my school, so you would submit them. The one thing about these is that when you had good handwriting in my school, they would ask you to write the essay. Like the teacher would give you the material or the content for the essay, and you would copy it in your own handwriting, and then all the other students would get photocopies of your writing. So these are essentially that, and I think this is my sister's handwriting. So these have things that I got for myself and also for my sister. So some of the essays are hers and then others are mine. Oh my god, I used to do debates in school, and this is one of my debates. Do not read this, but yeah, I'm so proud of my old self. Like I would get on stage in front of 200, 300 people. I'm not even kidding, it was 200, 300 people, trust me, like school kids. And it would be an auditorium full of people, and I would get on stage, little 5-year-old me, saying, Junabi Ali, do. And I would speak in Urdu, which is my mother tongue, and I was such a baddie. And now if you put me in a room with 10 people, I am silent. Why is that? What happened along the way? Like, I feel like the world needs to apologize to me, because as a kid I was just so out there. I was so extroverted. I remember I would go to events like these debating events, and I would come back making 10-15 friends each event. So 10-15 friends. The next event I go to, other people were there, other kids from other schools who are not even in the competition would be there to support me. And now I have to talk to a stranger and I'm like, what? How do I talk to a stranger? What is happening? Why is that? Answer me world. Did you need to break me to this extent that I can't talk to a stranger now? I don't think so, but things happen. This is another. Oh, this is my writing from 5th grade. Look at it. It's so pretty. Like, when I think about it, that my hands are not too big even now, right? But my hands were probably this big when I wrote this, and it makes me so emotional. I'm gonna keep them with me forever. Okay. Next, oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna show you the name of my school, but I saw my biology notebook, and because I'm a biology major now, I saw this, and I was like, this is art. What do you mean I drew this freehanded this? You get what I'm trying to say, okay? Don't act like communication was not communicated. You get what I'm trying to say. Like, I freely nearly this on my own. Like, I didn't draw this, I didn't trace it. I feel like Michael Scott from that episode where he goes to Pam's exhibition and he's like, did you trace these? And she's like, no, I did by hand. And he's like, freehanded these? So I freehanded these. Look at it, a neuron. Oh my god, model neuron. Very model-like, slim Bella Hadid waist. Love this. So I'm gonna keep this with me forever and ever and ever. Now to the fun part, due to which I made this video in the first place. So my sister, when we were young, she's 8 years older than me, so she would have these cassette recorders and players, so she could record her sound, but she could also play cassettes. So this thing would open up, like, if you don't know, this thing would open up. I'm just so scared I'm gonna break it. And then you can put cassettes in it and close it, and then you just play. I looked for cassettes in our old house. I don't know where they went, but we probably had a wall, like an entire wall of just cassettes, her cassettes. And she would have all the Bollywood songs, Hollywood movie songs, and she would have like so many cassettes at our place. There was an entire section given to these cassettes in our house. And I don't know where they all went. Maybe we sold them or misplaced them, but how can you misplace so many cassettes? I'm gonna find those and play it in this and show you guys one day. Trust me, I'm gonna go back to the old house and bring these cassettes with me so I can play them. And this other one is broken. I'm trying to fix it. Like, this is very fidgety, so I think this is my next project that I'm gonna fix this. But look at these are so cute, and my sister would never let me use them when I was a kid. Guess who has them now? I do. Next, you're not ready for this. I didn't find all the phones that I had as a kid, but I found some of them, and I've really looked for the first BlackBerry that I used, and that was also my first phone. It got handed down to me from my brother or my sisters, one of them. It was their old phone, and then it was my new phone. That's how things worked for the youngest. We got things from our siblings. So the first phone this was my father's phone, and all my sisters, we would tell him, this is such a feminine phone, why do you have this, give it to us. And eventually he did. So this is a Samsung flip phone. I'm just very careful with it because I don't want to break it, but look at the keypad, it's all used up. My sisters love to type. I mean, they would send SMS to their friends, so they would type on this, and then because of their fingers, the printing is all gone. And then look at the state of this. It's so old, very old, ancient phone. So this is number one. And then this is my sister's phone. Okay, she used to be so proud of the fact that she has customized this. This is her customization, guys. She has blue and white keypad. So edgy. She is so unique. And I remember this one time I got one of these things out accidentally, and she yelled at me, guess who has your phone now? It's me, I do. Then next I have this phone which is similar to the BlackBerry one that I had, but it's Nokia, and it has the same kind of keypad. I couldn't find more of my phones, but I have some old iPhones as well at home. But yeah, we have this graveyard of phones in our house, and I love these. I think I want to keep them with me because I don't know. I feel like I'm not a very nostalgic person, but recently I have been trying to reconnect with my old self because when I think about it, I'm also gonna pack these things. When I think about it, my old self, my teenage self, was just so badass. Like, she could beat anyone. She was so competitive. Oh my god. She would go to competitions, she would write whatever she wanted to write, she would go to magazines and say, this is my work, publish it, and with such confidence. And as I've grown up, that confidence has kind of, I don't know, I don't like to use the word withered away, because that just means that it's never gonna come back, because wither is mostly used in that connotation. I think it's mostly that when you have grown up in an environment where you were told to be a certain way for society to accept you, you kind of become less confident. And the irony is, my family never did that for me. Like, that's why I was so confident. When I moved to university for my hostel in my undergrad, that's when I think I started losing that personality, because I wanted to be like other people, and I didn't want to stand out. And now that I have graduated and I'm kind of trying to shed that phase of my life, it's kind of coming back again and again, that I would just do things when I was young. I had such audacity, and I could just be, no one was there to tell me, oh, this is cringe, this isn't gonna work. And I miss that, because now I feel like, because of the overexposure to the internet, not just in terms of like posting, but in terms of consumption, I have seen so many things now that only a certain amount of content makes me feel okay and not get that secondhand embarrassment. And it's not true at all, because what is secondhand embarrassment anyways? Like, the people who post these things, they are much braver than me, and I would want to be like them. So yeah, all of these things that I've just shown you, I think they kind of reminded me of the person that I used to be, and I would like to keep her alive. And not just that the child in my adult body needs to be listened to and catered to, that too, but at the same time, like, what does my adult self want or look like? I think I've not formed a true and unique perspective on who I am. So anytime someone else comes in and says, oh, you are actually this thing, I kind of believe them, and I'm trying to not do that. And that's why I've really tried to isolate myself from everyone around me, so that I can introspectively see what's happening. But at the same time, I would like to say that don't isolate for too long. I still meet friends, but I show you these things. I would like to talk about something. I was thinking about this, how character development, it's like it happens in levels. So I have it broken down. So the first level of character development is where you change something about your skin. You start doing skincare, you start exercising, you start to look different. That's level 1 of character development. Then there's a level 2 of character development where it's bone bending. It's not just that physically you look different, it's the vibe of your being is different. And then on the third level, there is that spiritual character development, which is that you either reconnect with your religion, or you kind of start seeing yourself as more than just a person on this earth. You kind of feel connected to the universe in a psychic way, or in some ways. And I think I'm on level 1 and 2 right now, but I would really like to go to the level 2, but 3, not 2. But I think for that you need to have an open mind, and also a very firm personality. or a very, it's like, okay, another thing that I want to talk about, I will come back to the character development thing, but another thing that I wanted to talk about was how whenever I open the camera and I look at myself, first of all, I think maybe I should film with the back camera so that I stop looking at myself and feel self-conscious about me filming myself. But that, and also when I'm talking to myself about these ideas, they sound so good, but as soon as I start talking on the camera, it's like nothing profound leaves my mouth. I am talking garbage. So I'm working on that. I am going to make more videos, be in front of the camera more often, so that any mistakes that I made in the past or continue making, I can fix them in the future. Now coming back to the character development thing. So when that thing happens, you know, one big event happens and you think to yourself, okay, now I need to like really change. How do you do that? And I've been thinking about that today, yesterday, the day before that how do you really go about changing who you are? And I think there's no one way. There's no one way where you can just change, or, you know, be yourself. It's going to take time. So if anyone else is going through this phase in their life where they want to change or be someone else, let me just tell you, you need to die to get a rebirth. And dying is not easy. It's not an easy thing. Everyone is scared of it. So if you are going to do it, it needs courage. And about the rebirth part, it's like, it's tricky because what do you rebirth yourself as then? Like, what is it going to be like? So I've been thinking about that. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like anytime something big has happened in my life to the point where I feel the need for a change, something good has come out of it. So I feel like this is going to be good. And I'm not paying that much attention to the numbers for now. Like, even if 2 people resonate with what I'm saying, it's fine. It's okay. And you know, every single time I try to make content, I just start thinking someone else has already done it in a better way, so what's the point? Like, I started making book review videos, and there are people out there who make better book reviews than me, and I have already accepted that. And it's not a defeatist attitude. It's not something that does not motivate me to do better. It's just that it's a fact. It's reality. There are people on the internet doing a better job at something than you. But the thing is, even if you don't start, how are you going to improve in this thing? If I don't start talking about my books, how am I going to critically read? And I can read without a camera in my face. I can read and critically analyze my books even without making book reviews. But if I do continue making book reviews, it's going to force me to read my books in a better way. And that was the entire point of this channel. I wanted to be the Pakistani booktuber that I wished existed. I want to do something more than just be a booktuber. I don't want to just get stuck in this one genre where I don't feel like I'm doing a good job and I'm consistently, thinking about it. And that's just ruining the one thing that I used to do for fun, which is reading books. So yeah, I might change the content that I'm putting out. It could be, random for a little bit, and then I will find a niche that works for me and continue doing that. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that in one of my videos. And since this is the first one for me to make a comeback with, I thought I will share that as well. So yeah, thank you for watching this video and being with me for so long. Thank you for looking at the things that I had to show. You would like me to change something in my content, open to criticism, but just know I'm a sensitive girl, so hold on to the negative feedback for a little bit. Once I have my 16-year-old self's confidence back, I will listen to your negative feedback as well. But until then, I'm gonna keep at it, and hopefully I will find my community here. And if not, then I tried it and I gave it a shot. So yeah, bye bye, thank you for watching.